Well, in my lifetime, I know it sounds harsh to think that you just make up your own mind and you go. My name is Mrs. Nellie Scott Niederberger. I am now 88 and a half. I was born in Switzerland and had college education until I was 20 years old. Then I decided to go to England to learn English. From there on, I have to tell you quite a big story. When I came to England, I was with a family looking after an elderly lady. Unfortunately, Mrs. Prince took a heart attack. Now I must tell you what happened. I was by myself in the afternoon with Mrs. Prince, and all of a sudden she keeled forward in her chair, and I jumped up from my chair. I said, "Oh, what's the matter? Oh my goodness, I think she's having a heart attack." Then I thought, when I looked around, I thought, what can I do? Oh, I know, something cold. I saw a big bottle of Chanel on the sideboard. I went and reached for that and threw the whole lot onto Mrs. Prince. And would you believe it, she took a big gulp and went, "Oh!" I says, "That's good." I says, "Fine." So we're all right. And Mrs. Prince lived another year. But when we had the district nurse coming to look after Mrs. Prince, she used to say to me, "You would make a lovely nurse." I said, "I have no idea what I would have to do. Don't worry, you would do fine." I said, "Thank you very much." This is exactly what I did. The matron said, "You will never learn English if you're not going to go and speak with English people. I am arranging some sort of entertainment." I was so petrified. I says, "I don't know how I'm going to do that. I don't speak very well English." "Yes, you will do fine." We were supposed to go to a big ship, a Royal Naval destroyer. I said, "I am not going to go." "Yes, you are." Well, I then jumped off the running bus, and she had to jump after me, my friend. And I said, "I am not going to go." She says, "Goodness, you could have killed us. You could have killed us." We came to the middle of the town, and there was a big cinema. There was 2 young officers of the Royal Navy standing on the step. I said, "Oh, I'm going to ask one of them." It might be one of them I'm supposed to meet up with. "Oh, you're crazy." "No, I'm going." I walked towards him. I said, "Excuse me, are you from the boat 7707? I've got an invitation." The taller one looked at me, looked down at me as if to say, "Who on earth is this woman?" He said, "Certainly not." And I said, "Thank you very much," and swiftly turned round. All of a sudden, Jean, my companion, turned round. She said, "Oh, they're following us, they're following us." I said, "What?" And the taller one shouted again, "Excuse me, please, will you talk to me?" I then turned round. I said, "Certainly not." The very same words as what he said to me the first time. By the time we had spoken a few words, he introduced himself as Andy. We so talked, and he said, "Unfortunately, I won't be able to see you tomorrow because my ship is going to go back to high sea," because he was a telegraphist, so he took up all the main calls which were coming into the ship. Then I was on duty one day the matron at the hospital said to me, "Oh, I've seen you walking out with a nice young gentleman, a Royal Naval officer." "Oh," and I blushed. "Yes, it is, it me, yes." "Oh, he seemed very nice." I says, "Well, yes, he's all right, thank you." So that's how it went on. Then I used to get letters. Practically every other day I got a letter from the Royal Navy. The matron got a telephone call from Switzerland from my mother saying that I had to come home immediately. My papa had a brain hemorrhage and I needed to come home straight away. When I came back, yes, my papa was in hospital, and luckily enough he survived, and I stayed for about 6 weeks. But in the meantime, I said to my mama, "I'm going to go back to England." "Oh no, you're staying here." I said, "Oh no, I am going back again because I want to go back and do some more in my English language because I'm not good enough yet." When I came back to England, my husband, or my boyfriend, he proposed to me. I said to him, "Oh, I'm not sure. Give me 3 days and I will give you the answer." Well, in the 3 days, I hardly slept. I thought to myself, what am I going to do? Well, I like the man. He's a very nice chap and we got on well. So I said yes. Oh, he was so delighted. He came to visit my parents, and yes, they were not very pleased because they always wanted me to get married to a boy in Switzerland. But I said, no, I'm going to get married to this gentleman, so he's very nice. All right then. Of course, we got married. We got married on the 26th of February, 1954. We had a very good marriage. We really enjoyed it. In actual fact, my husband wasn't a good cook. He couldn't cook, you know, but he would always have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee ready for me. Our daughter was born, so that was very, very lovely. Unfortunately, my husband took a heart attack when he was 54. Then he had his second heart attack when he was 57. And he couldn't go back to work anymore. So unfortunately, he had my husband I had at home. But I didn't mind because I was still working. So that was all right. We still had some money coming in. When he took his third heart attack, I was at home. By 3 o'clock in the morning, it was just as if somebody was shaking my arm, my right arm, saying, "Get up, get up, get up." And I jumped up and I ran downstairs and my husband was on the floor. And I said, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. And he kept saying, oh don't, oh don't. He was coherent, he was talking, but he was terrible. He looked really ashen looking, really bad. I said, oh my goodness, poor man, come here Andy, I'll get you sorted. So then I rang to the phone and I said, please, please hurry, my husband is having a heart attack, get him straight away. And we got into the hospital. The doctor came out who was attending my husband. He said, he hasn't got a heart attack. I says, are you kidding? I says, would you please show me the graph of which you've just done? I will show you exactly where the thing says. And I pointed out exactly where the graph was going up and up with the heart attack. I says, there, that's it. Oh yes, okay, I'll go and give him an injection. And he came out, he says, your husband is responding, so I was allowed to go and see him. I says, Andy, you're all right. Come on, you're all right, you're all right. And then by about 8:30 in the morning, it just all of a sudden plummeted down. And I'm jumping up and I'm shouting, help, 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 please, please help. And two of the nurses came, my husband is bad, my husband is bad. They came, oh my goodness, yes. And then I was told I had to get out. So that was that. And then after about 10 minutes they came and said he's gone. I had 2 heart attacks myself afterwards. And my daughter said to me, "Mama, you'll have to come and stay with us in Cambridge." Her brother was standing beside her and he turned round. No, she's coming to stay with us. I said, hold on. You're not going to do that. I says, I want a place of my own. I want to be by myself. Well, I must admit, I keep saying to myself, I've been a very, very lucky person in many respects. I've had a good life and a good marriage and lovely children, great grandchildren, they're all healthy. And I must admit, I've been so fortunate in that respect that I am absolutely delighted to say I can't regret anything, and I've kept myself busy. I still was homesick and I decided to start the Swiss Club. I was the president there, and yes, that's how my life's been. And even to this day, I never feel lonely. I always feel as if I can either do something or read something or write something. I'm always occupying myself with something, so I'm quite happy. Well, in my lifetime, I know it sounds harsh to think that you just make up your own mind and you go, because when I was a young lady, I decided I wanted to go to another country. I had no idea what England was like. So this is what I'm on about. Do something. If you have something in your mind, don't be distracted by small little bits and pieces. Keep focused on this very idea which you have in mind, and then work on it and keep steady at it until you get there where you want to be. Take life as it comes and don't dwell too long on the subject when something goes wrong. So I usually say, right, I'll throw it over my shoulder, I'll throw it over my left shoulder, and then it has to stay there until I need it again. So this is what I do. I've enjoyed my life. Thank you.